welcome to my video. So in today's video it's gonna be how did my primary school treated me as a student with a learning disability. So this is the title for this video. So just to let you guys know that I've got autism spectrum disorder. So basically I was diagnosed with it when I was in year 6. If you're from the US, it's 5th grade. If you're from the US and Canada, basically, yes, I was diagnosed with autism spectrum when I was in year 6. So, yeah, so I'm going to say learning disability as a title, obviously, because obviously, like, this was before my diagnosis, this was for, and yeah, so, like, before I was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, I did have problems with like, education. I had problems, because I needed extra help with my schoolwork. I needed I needed extra support. I need to have someone helping me out, and yeah, like, etc. So yeah, so if you're new to this channel, hi, Harley, but my real name is Charlotte. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure you put notifications up whenever I upload another video or a new video, one of the two. So yeah, so this is what I'm gonna talk about today. So just to let you guys know that I'm drinking green tea. I am, so. Oh, nice, really nice. So yeah, so I've always wanted to talk about this ever since my bullying experience in primary school. So obviously I did mention about me getting bullied. Obviously I did got bullied, but I did mention about, like, stuff that I wasn't allowed to do in, like, when I was in at school. So this is the main topic, what I'm going to talk about today, and also how did the teachers and the kids treated me. So yeah, so just before I get into what I'm going to say about that primary school, just to let you guys know that I moved 6 schools. It's crazy, 6 schools. If you guys didn't know about me, but if you guys know about me, you know. But if you guys don't know about me, basically I moved 6 schools. Crazy for a girl, obviously crazy for a girl. So 4 primary schools, 1 senior school, sorry baby girl, and 1 special needs school. So, so I was in this, so first primary school I went to, I was there for almost 3 years, about 2.5 years, but almost 3 years. So from nursery till year 1, like right in the middle of year 1, and then, like, I moved house. I did, like, yeah, basically I moved house. I moved about 40 minutes away from where I used to live, by the like on the motorway, and then I started my second primary school in middle of year 1 up till year 2. So I wasn't in that primary school for very long, and then like, obviously I was tested out. But from a very young age, when I was 2 years old, I was tested out. I was test early just to see what I'm doing and stuff, but obviously I don't know, and then when I was in year 2, like, they noticed that, I don't know, no, I think it was, it was on my second primary school when they noticed that I was struggling. But obviously I was this sort of kid, wouldn't concentrate. I was this sort of kid, and I just, like, be all hypey and stuff. But obviously I wasn't naughty, but, like, I struggle with concentration. I did, like, I actually struggled to concentrate. I did struggled. And then I went to my third primary school. But my third primary school I went to, I did say this on my videos. I did that. The third primary school I went to, they've got speech and therapists there. So basically, like, basically it's a school. Basically that's. So why don't I keep saying basically? Ignore me saying basically. Anyway, so that school I went to, basically that school I went to, they are separate in, like, 2 sections. So basically there's mainstream classes and special needs classes. So the mainstream classes are about 4 classes. So got reception, and then year 1 and year 2, and then year 3 and year 4, and then year 5 and year 6. So basically, so basically, like, Reception has their own class. Year 1's joining in Year 2's, Year 3 joining Year 4's, and then Year 5's joining in Year 6. But in the special needs classes, there were 2. So first one was reception till Year 1, and then the second one is from Year 2 till Year 4, but sometimes Year 5 sometimes. So yeah, but with me, I was in a... Sorry, excuse my stuttering, but... Sorry, excuse me talking fast, but with me, I was in a special needs class, I was. So first year, obviously, there was about 10 of us, about 10 or 12 of us. I'll say about 10 or 12 of us. And then there's myself, and then there's this other girl, and also there's another girl as well. So basically there weren't that many girls, there wasn't. Well, obviously that's a story time as well. Obviously I definitely will, well, not story time, obviously it's my experience really. So I definitely will, gonna talk about that on my another video. But in Year 4, that's when I was the only girl. So basically I was the only girl for 1 year. When I was in Year 4, so I was the only girl for a year. So yeah, so like I said, I will discuss about that on my another video. So yeah, so I went to my 4th primary school, from my 3rd primary school to 4th primary school. So bleh. So yeah, so and then like, oh, so I just need to. I need to talk slower. Really, I do need to talk slower. Yeah, and then, oh, I can't forget this. I really can't forget this. So this is what I'm going to talk about, like, right now. So this is what I'm going to talk about. So basically, I joined this 4th primary school from my 3rd primary school. So I can remember on my first day. I can, like. But also before I started at school, I had this introduction I had. So basically, I get to go into that school for, well, basically I get to visit that school for 1 day. So basically it's from in the morning up till, I'd say, around break time is 4. And then as I walk into the school, I get to meet this lady, and also my learning support assistant from my 3rd primary school came and visit as well. So she's there with me just to help, just to walk around and see the school and stuff. You know, just take photos of me, like visiting a new school, and visit and see, walk around into different classes and introduce to this teacher, introduced to that teacher, and also she introduced to me and this other boy. Also, that boy joined this 4th primary school with me as well. This boy, he was in Year 1, he was, and she introduced to us to the head mistress. Sorry from his the head mistress. Ignore me what I'm saying, and then. Yeah, but obviously I've actually met her before, like after just before induction day. I've actually met this head teacher before. I have before these introduction thing, like walk around in the school. So everything went well, everything did, and then I got to meet people who were supposed to be my friends. Ones who I was about to join in with them for September. Obviously, they were nice to me. They were on the induction day. They were nice to me. Obviously, they were. And then I can remember we were playing Splat. We was like just Splat and milk. Actually, no, it wasn't Splat. It was Melting Candles. Sorry, it was Melting Candles. What we played, and then left, and then went just back to my old school, and then. When September arrived, this was on a Tuesday. This was on a Tuesday. This was so. Sorry, this is long for you guys, but I'm just trying to get into the story, and then when things changed, but obviously things did change after Christmas. And then, right, so I joined on Tuesday, and then as I was sitting in the classroom, because I sat right at the back of the classroom, there was this lady walking towards me and just sat next to me, and then she just helped me out. And then I said I didn't like someone sitting next to me, like especially an adult. Like when days gone by, she helps me, like blah blah blah. You know, she just helped me. And then I just realised that she this lady, he said, just look after me and just there to support my education. Like she's only there from 9 o'clock till 12:15. She was there. And then sorry. Oh, sorry. Yeah, and then I realised that she's my learning support assistant, so basically I get extra support with her with my maths, my English, NA. And then till after Christmas, finished change, that's when I got bullied, that's when, so yeah, so this is what I'm going to talk about now. So, how did the school treat me? So basically, when I first started, everything was fine when I first started, apart from, like, I didn't realise that I had someone sitting next to me, which I was expected, because I was expected someone was going to sit next to me from 9 o'clock till 12:15, I don't know. And then, oh, it really frustrates me, like, how I look back now about that school, it really does frustrates me. Oh, and yeah, and then I've heard that she said just to look after me, because obviously, like, just to look after me. But obviously, with me, I wanted to be just like other kids. Obviously, I just want to be a regular kid. I did, but obviously, I didn't like, you know, just be like the main person. You know, just like, honestly, like I feel like if I'm a main character out of Harry Potter, I feel, but obviously I'm not. Like, I'm not a main character. I just want to be a regular person. I do. And then I can remember this was before Christmas. This was, so we went up to a pantomime up in Hornchurch, and we went to see Dick Whittington. So basically, it is a pantomime. It is basically, and I had my learning support assistant sitting next to me on the coach, and then when we walked right into the theatre, she sat next to me, and also I sat next to this girl as well. But, like, I can remember that day. Honestly, I can remember that day. And then, right. So basically, now I'm going to talk about how did the school treat me, like, after I settled in. So basically, I wasn't allowed to go on sports events. Yeah, I was allowed to go to sports events. So that's number one. And number two, I wasn't allowed to go on the Isle of Wight trip. So I will talk about that in a minute. So basically, I wanted to go to sports events. So basically, like, go like high five. Obviously, high five, that's netball. Obviously, primary schools back there, you guys call it high five, but now I think it's netball now. You call it now, but anyway, it's always been netball. It's always like basically like netball, football, basketball. Obviously, you guys in the US, you guys call it soccer, but here in the UK, we call it football. Gymnastics, rounders, athletics, cross country, name all. And then, like, I wanted to take part, but obviously the teachers didn't bother to ask me, like, do you want to come to this? Do you want to come to that? Yeah, so I was never had this opportunity. And then, like, while my classmates were away in the Isle of Wight, my head teacher, the head mistress, didn't bother to ask me, like, do you want to come to rounders match? She didn't bother to ask me. She asked, like, people who are year below me, she asked. So yeah, so I was allowed to go on events. I was allowed, like, sports events. Right, let's go into the Isle of Wight trip. So this is crazy about this Isle of Wight trip. Oh, sorry, I've got green tea, so I just need to take time. So with this Isle of Wight trip, so here comes this Isle of Wight trip. So basically, the school has always organised to go on this Isle of Wight trip for 4 days. So this normally happens it does happen in June time normally. So basically, you go from, so basically you leave school on a Monday morning to go to the Isle of Wight, and then you come back on Friday afternoon. So I did had a thought about going to that trip. And then like coming towards end of year, I think it was coming towards end of year 5 or after, and after we came back from the summer, when we arrived in year 6, the head mistress, sorry for me to say, ignore me, told my mum that, like, Charlotte is not allowed to, like, I'm afraid Charlotte won't be able to go on a trip. Like, I'm afraid she can't go on a trip because reasons why, because the teachers won't cope with her, and yeah, basically that's what they said. They said the teachers won't cope with her, there won't be not enough staff to look out for her, and plus the teachers won't cope with her. That's what they said, and my mum was upset. My mum wasn't happy of what that woman just said about me, like saying that I'm not allowed to take part of going to that residential trip. But me personally, every kid should have this opportunity. Like, don't matter who you are, but like, I'm 22 now. I am, like, if that was my child, yeah, like if that was my child who have got autism, ADHD, or any sort of learning disabilities, it's up to my kids if they want to go or not. But obviously, I'm not a parent or not. But like, obviously, it's up to them, like, what they want to do. Like, if they want to go, they can. But if they don't want to go, you don't have to. Because obviously, like, no one's forcing. But I'm afraid I was allowed to go because that's what the head teacher told my mum. So basically, I was allowed, but obviously it's a shame, really, because obviously it would be a good experience, and plus I didn't get along with a lot of classmates. Obviously, 30 odd classmates disliked me. Obviously, they actually did dislike me. They did. Yeah, so obviously they disliked me. So yeah, so I was allowed to go on the trip. I wasn't allowed to. So it's sad. It's sad, really. But if you're a parent watching this now, yeah, you'll be like, oh my goodness, like, that is horrible for a grown woman to say that to her parent. So you'd be like, that is so disgusting for a grown woman to say that to a parent about a parent's child with learning disabilities, with autism, that they can't, that they are not allowed to attend or not allowed to take part, going on to that residential trip for a few days. If you're a parent, you'll be disgusted. It's especially if you have got a child with learning disabilities, or a child with autism, or a child with ADHD. But you'd be disgusted. You'd be absolutely disgusted. But if that was me, yeah, if I have kids of my own, I'd be absolutely disgusted. Like any kids should take part, but unfortunately that her teacher had favourites. Obviously she had, which I think it's disgrace. I think it's absolute disgrace. So yeah, I just want to talk about how I was actually how the kids treated me. But I did talk about this in my billing videos. I did talk about this. Basically, the kids treated me absolutely disgusting. Like, from after we came back from Christmas in year 5 till end of year 6, it was horrible. But year 6 was a horrible year for me, and I feel like that, like, honestly, I do feel like these kids have no respect for me, because I try to be nice to these kids. I've tried to be loyal to them. I try to be nice to them. But obviously, no. No. No, no, no. And then, yep, and then they completely dislikes me. They absolutely dislikes me. And they will often say, like, move, Charlotte, Charlotte, move. Like, if I did something, like, just say if I did something, a minor mistake or a little mistake, yeah, they will say have a go at me. They will say oh, low battery, sorry, like, say like Charlotte, why did you do that for? Why did you do that for? Why did you do that for? That's why how they've been spoken to me. They were spoken to me like rubbish. Like, they spoke to me like horribly. Yeah, so it just frustrates me. It really does frustrates me thinking about it. It just frustrates me. It really does frustrates me thinking about it. Like, these kids have no respect, like, the way how they treated me, because they knew that, sorry, I keep feeling in my hair, but they knew that, like, because they knew that I've got a learning support assistant sitting next to me every morning from Monday to Friday from 9 o'clock till 12:15, because they knew. But and then, like, when she's not there, they start to insult me, which I think it's disgusting. I just think it's absolutely disgusting. So yeah, so I just want to talk about May Fate. Basically, I just want to talk about and other things, that the way how the school treated me. So basically, May Fate. So you guys here in the UK don't have it. I know America don't have it. I don't know about Canada. I don't know if you guys have it. Basically, May Fate, I don't understand about May Fate. I don't really understand about it. So basically, the school I was at, basically, so what I keep saying basically, ignore me saying basically, ignore me. And when May Fate arrived, when you're in year 6, you have to vote for May Queen or May King. Well, obviously May King and May Queen, basically. So the rules are, to vote for a May Queen, you have to vote for who is the prettiest girl in year 6, which, how I look back now, like, that is disgusting. Like, all these little girls are beautiful, like, because year 6 little girls are beautiful. They are beautiful inside and out. But if you're girls in year 6, if you are watching this here, you girls are beautiful. Like, obviously, like you are beautiful human beings. Like, you're not ugly girls. You are beautiful. You are beautiful and pretty young girls. You are. But that school, like, voting for the prettiest girl, it, like, in year 6, it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting, because also it's not just that. The head teacher wanted money. Like, she wanted money because she's looking for girls upbringing with, like, parents who have got money. But obviously, like, the head teacher doesn't know that my dad has got his own business. But obviously, like, whatever's been going on with me and my family, that's our business. That is our business. But, like, yeah, so that's the sort of person what my head teacher is after. She's after ones who have got money and also PTA. So yeah, and then making, don't know about making, but obviously making, they're looking for who is the prettiest girl in year 6. And then a lot of people voted for me, and also a lot of people voted for this girl. I'm gonna call this girl Daphne in this video. If your name is Daphne, but I love that this name. It's a pretty name. Obviously, Daphne Blank from Scooby-Doo. I love Daphne Blank from Scooby-Doo. But obviously, I'm gonna call this girl Daphne. I'm gonna call her. So there's a tie between me and Daphne. But the reason why there's a tie between me and Daphne, because basically me and Daphne, we have got nice personality. We are beautiful girls. We are obviously not just beautiful. I mean, like, we have a funny character. We all nice. We all get along easily. We all are. But then, unfortunately, it was the head teacher choose Daphne, and then Daphne gets the vote, and then I was a little bit upset. I was, but you know, it's just the way it is. You know, it's just the way it is. And then, like, on the day of the May Fair, there are May attendants. So basically, there's 2 Year 6 May attendants and also these 2 Year 2 May attendants. So yeah, and then when it comes to practice our dance for the May Fair, we was doing Hairspray. We were you know the song that goes, "You can't stop the beat, da 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 da." Anyway, sorry, excuse my singing. Terrible. Yeah, we was dancing to that. So basically, we were doing musicals, but with us, we were doing Hairspray. We were, and then like what bothers me about that dance, yeah, because this girl who's always been the teacher's favourite, she gets to be the main part, because basically there's about 6 main parts. Obviously there's about 4 girls, and also there's 4 girls and 2 boys. So basically I've never get the main part. I've never get, which unfortunate, because in Hairspray, yeah, you've got Tracy, you've got Penny, you've got oh my goodness, I can't remember what's this boy's name. Please comment down below what's the good looking boy's name. The one the character who Zac Efron played. Please comment down below what his name, the character whom Tracy really liked. Yeah, and so yeah, and then I've never get to be the main character. Obviously I'm be, you know, just rubbish girl, just there. So they always focus on ones who are clever, ones who are on this PTA thing, you know, teacher's favourite. So that's the May Fair, and there's something else away how that school treated me. So basically, I did have local authorities or professionals, basically ones who are in charge with special education, education health care plan things or stuff like that. Basically, they come over to school, or normally ones coming from like community hospitals like that, stuff like that. Just come over to see me and just discuss, really, just to talk stuff, really. But I've already had them quite, well, not often. I say maybe once a month, or once every 2, 3 or 4 months. So basically I get to have someone to come over to school to see me. And then the kids in my class didn't like that. They did not like anyone coming to school and see me, you know, just to see like how am I doing and stuff, and you know, just to what needs to be achieved. And then I did had annual reviews as well. Obviously I'm gonna make a video about that as well, about my annual review, which is education, health and care plan, which it is. Like, I'm gonna make a video about that. But I had it twice. I had 1 in Year 6 and 1 in Year 5. So the kids didn't like that I could go out for meetings and stuff. Like, that's how jealousy they were. And also, when I was in Year 6, I was taken out to go to visit my senior school a few times, like once a week, like every Tuesday up till introduction day, up till just to go out and visit, you know, just to visit the school. So for me, just get to know like around the school more. But the kids didn't like that. Kids in my class did not like that. They didn't, because I think what it is with the kids in my class, I feel like that it was involved with jealousy. I feel, because there's a lot of jealousy involved, because obviously I'm the bottom and the girl So excuse me, like the girl who I mentioned on my other videos about, very intelligent, but like also like she got bullied as well because kids didn't like that girl. I'm gonna call her Bethany on this video. Like a lot of kids didn't like Bethany because like she's very intelligent, like she knows what her goals are, what to succeed, and like she's. Hi guys, sorry about that. It just went off. Sorry. Yeah, like what I was saying about Bethany. Obviously, I'm gonna give this girl a fake name, Bethany. Yeah, so they didn't like her because like the reason why they didn't like her is because basically she had good marks. She has like because whenever a test arrives, she gets a good marks. Obviously she was a student. Obviously a student. She was up till sixth form, a student, and she wanted to succeed well. She wants to reach her goals, like what she wants to do in life. But kids in our class didn't like that. Like honestly, like, but obviously, like, I wasn't jealous of her. I wasn't. It was about 29 students were jealous of her. Like they were really jealous of Bethany. They were very jealous. They were, and that's what they didn't like about her. And yeah, that's what they didn't like about her. So basically, I was down there. I was the bottom. Didn't know anything. Obviously, I did struggled. I did, and then Bethany was up there, and the kids were in the middle. So basically, they were in the middle because obviously they didn't like it being in the middle because obviously they were trying to be more intelligent rather than me, rather than be down the bottom like where I am. So yeah, so like yes, I was often be called an R word, which I'm not gonna say it. I'm not because obviously it's not appropriate, obviously, to say that. Basically, it means that you are thick and stupid. It's a word that is offensive towards people with learning disabilities, and it's offensive towards people with autism, other conditions, and also I was called the SP word. So yeah, like I said, these kids treated me disgusting. They treated me, but like I said on my bullying video, that I was called an R by this boy. I did, yeah, basically a few boys I've been called an R word. It was about two boys called me an R word, and then they think it's funny. And then when Year 6 arrived, there was about 3 kids, 2 girls and a boy. Asked me, "Are you a SP?" I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say the SP word, but it's not nice. But how I look back now, I'm like, what? I'm like, how did these kids learn these words? Like, they're about 9 to 10 and 11 years old, and like, how did they learn these words? So yeah, so it's disgusting. Like, you can't say that to a kid who has got learning disabilities. You can't say that. Ugh. Anyway, so yeah, like I was treated horribly in that school. I was, so basically I was allowed to go on a trip to the Isle of Wight. I was allowed to take part on sports events. I wasn't being the main part of like this dance of hairspray, you know, be at the front part, you know. I'm always at the back. I'm always like seem like an extra, really. I was called the SP word by kids, be called the R word by boys in my class. Kids treated me disgusting, like when I move Charlotte, and then honestly I did speak about the Christmas production, but obviously check that out on my bullying experience. Just check that out, because obviously it was horrible. It was horrible, but I felt, because honestly on the stage, like after these kids treated me horribly, I was gonna cry. Honestly, I was gonna burst into tears. I know, because I knew I was about to burst into tears. So yeah, yeah, like when voting comes along, like when you're in year 6, like you get to vote to be like the house captain, sports captain, or music captain. But I wanted to be a house captain. I did, so that I can collect points and stuff. But obviously, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. It was this girl who's voted, but I was never voted with anything. And then when it comes to learning about how to cross the road, like how to cross at a zebra crossing, how to press a button when you approach to the red light crossing, like red man means you can't cross, and then green man means you can cross. And then when it comes to zebra crossing, yeah, I had to be crossed with my learning support assistant, which I didn't want to, but which I don't want to be crossed with a learning support assistant. Obviously, I wanted to be independent. I just want to be just like a regular kid. I did. But hey guys, sorry about it. It's my storage. Yeah. So basically, I felt like 4 years old. I felt like a mother walking to me, like crossing the road. But obviously, I wanted it to be independent. But obviously, I wasn't allowed to, because the school didn't want me to be independent like other kids. So basically, I need to have a learning support with me. But it's just the way I was in that school. It's just the way I was. And then when it comes to cycling, about how to cycle on the road, it was horrible. Obviously, I learned that in year 6. I did, like, basically, I had a learning support assistant with me, Ollie, for about 2-3 times, just to watch out for me. And then after the 4th time to onwards, then on my own I was with 2 women and also about 5 kids, about 5 or 6 kids. And then I can remember one girl, I was behind her. That girl was giving me a dirty look. And then I was thinking to my head, like, I haven't done nothing wrong. But she stared at me, like, giving me a dirty look. And then I was like, I just try not to look at her. Like, she just looks at me, give me a dirty look. And then when she turned her head around, when someone talks to her, and then again, looks at me again, give me a dirty look. And then another time, this was a week later. This was, obviously we had that on the Wednesday. This was every Wednesday morning this happens, like, on this cyclist things. But like, basically, you're on this program for about 6 weeks. You're on it for, and then a week later, this girl said something to me. She was like, "Oh, Charlotte," and then I started crying, but I did nothing wrong, obviously. So I was treated so badly in that class. Like, my classmates were horrible, they were. But I'm just saying to this now, like, if you are watching this, yeah, you are vile. You are vile people. You are, honestly, like, you are horrible and you are all disgusting. Like, how would you feel if your child with learning? How would you feel if your child who's got learning disabilities had been treated like that in school? How would you feel? How would you feel? Would you be angry? Would you be proud of yourself? How would you feel? But honestly, soon as you have kids, and soon as they're diagnosed, you guys are gonna have a good wake up call. You're gonna have a good wake up call one day. After your kids is diagnosed. So yeah, I'm just angry. Honestly, I'm just so angry of these kids, like the way they treated me. But as now, because this has been 11 years since we left that primary school, like, I can tell you now, like, obviously not that many of them have got me on Instagram. Obviously they followed each other. Obviously they don't have me on Instagram. Obviously I've only got 2. That's it. That's it. About 2, 3. That's it. And then, yeah. So basically, the school didn't like me. Basically, the school didn't like me because I'm different. Because I'm completely different compared to other kids. So basically, I should be more looked after rather than be on my own, really. So yeah. So this is pretty much it so far. So yeah. So thank you for watching this video. But I'm now because honestly I did spoken about this. Sorry, just honestly I've actually have spoken about this on my speaking listening exam about the bullying, but I almost cried, and then my English teacher, if you're watching this, Andre, if you're watching this, you know, you was like, wow, like, you are very spoken up. Obviously, you are very open up about your bullying. Like, honestly, like, I'm open up about my bullying experience. Obviously, it's horrible. Like me, because obviously there wasn't that many kids with learning disabilities, autism, etc. running school. There's about, at the time, there's about 3, really. There was about 3 kids, including myself. So yeah, so like the three primary schools I went to, like, teachers treat me very respectful, like very, very respectful. They treated me, obviously, like I was treated like just a regular kid, but as this school I went to, they treated me horribly and completely different, really. But like, truth is that the school that I went to, they're more interested with anyone who's involved with this PTA thing. So basically, like, I don't understand about PTAs. I don't really understand, but like, apparently it's just a fundraising thing. Oh, honestly, I don't know, but apparently, like, if you're involved with it, your child or your children will be favourites to the school. So basically, like, you just don't want that favourite child or that favourite children to get told off, basically. So like, I just find it ridiculous. Like, honestly, like, with this Easter egg thing, because I can't figure out, I will not forget about this Easter egg thing, that the ones who get awarded with the Easter eggs, yeah, are the ones with PTAs. But how I look back now, I'm like, kids should be awarded. Like, all these kids, the whole school kids in the school should be awarded. Like, honestly, they should deserve it. They should. But obviously, like, they feel like PTAs get prizes. Like, kids who are involved with PTAs should get prizes. But I don't personally agree with that. Honestly, I feel like all kids should be awarded, really. So yeah, so obviously, like, my parents were never involved with this PTA stuff, but they have never never. So yeah, so like I said about my 3 primary schools I went to, like, I was treated respectfully. But the 3rd primary school I went to, they treated me so well and very respectful. Like, don't matter who I am, honestly, just a regular kid. Yeah, I should be treated respectfully, treated as a regular kid. But honestly, it's about development. But as the school I went to, my 4th primary school, like, they just like, oh, just look after her, and she's not allowed to do this, she's not allowed to do that, she ain't allowed to do this, she ain't allowed to do that. But I was left out a lot by these kids. Honestly, I was left out a lot by these kids. I was. But now I'm independent now. I am, like, yeah, like, I'm independent. Like, I'm now very outspoken about my past, really. Like, you know, you just gotta understand, like, we're not alone. We're not, like, you can always speak to someone. Like, you can always speak to your parents, your close friend, or a teacher from college or university or even school. Like, anyone who. So yeah, because like I said, you are not alone. Like, you know, because it's not nice like being treated completely different. Because sorry about that, it's my story. So yeah, so like at the end of the day, we're all human beings. We are like, we should be treated different. Like, please do treat anyone who's got a learning disabilities a bit of respect, and also ones with autism and ADHD, etc. Please treat them if they were your best friend. Treat them with, and treat them if they were your brother or sister. So yeah, so thank you for watching this video. Make sure you give a good thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and make sure you put a notification up whenever I upload another video. So thank you for you guys to support me watching this video. But please comment down below for positive, something positive really. How do you feel about this video? But I bet, because honestly, I don't know how you guys feel, but I just would like to say thank you so much for supporting, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.